What's up, everybody? It's Albert again, back with my football/soccer video blog. This is episode 8, I believe. Last week, I was talking the Mexican national team and the list of 23 players that they called for the World Cup. And I knew I'd forgotten some other topic that I wanted to mention. So today's episode is dedicated to Chivas. So to start off, let's talk about Chivas doing horribly last season. They hired Ricardo Lavolpe, who we all know coached the Mexican national team to supposedly a good Confederations Cup in Japan, where they beat Brazil, but they still got eliminated in, I think, quarterfinals. He won or he qualified for the Olympics. He didn't do good in the Olympics. They got to the World Cup and didn't do well, but he had an okay performance going to extra time against Argentina, if I recall correctly. Everyone thinks he's a good technical coach, excellent mind and everything. After his Mexican national team stint, he went to Argentina, went to Costa Rica, and didn't do very good. He went to Vélez, didn't do good. Just all kinds of controversy always seems to be surrounding him. Before the national team, his coaching time in the national team, he coached Atlas. And I was watching and I'm a big fan of Cuauhtemoc Blanco. So I was watching a piece on him on ESPN Deportes, and one of my favorite parts of his career was when he had the discussion and he was talking a little bit about how Ricardo Lavolpe would insult his players, would humiliate them, and Cuauhtemoc Blanco wasn't one to take that. He's from Tepito. He's Mexico City guy, the poor parts, the streets of Tepito. So he came and he wasn't taking any of that, and he told them, and eventually Ricardo Lavolpe left America at that time, coaching Atlas. And the part that they showed was the famous goal that Cuauhtemoc scored against Atlas, and Ricardo Lavolpe. They showed him just standing there on the sidelines. Cuauhtemoc celebrates the goal, runs right in front of Ricardo Lavolpe, and lays down and celebrates right in front of him as if he's just sitting on the beach. Just a famous celebration and humiliation to Ricardo for just showing him, he's got the skill, and putting him back in his face all those insults that he would spew out to his players. So I've never been a real fan, even when he was in the Mexican national team. I was laughing and enjoying Hugo Sanchez just humiliate and rail into Ricardo Lavolpe during his time with the national team. So now he comes to Chivas, and I immediately thought, okay, this is not gonna end well. It's gonna be bad for Chivas. And incredibly, it ended exactly that way. He has some podiatrist appointment where he goes and does inappropriate. He goes in a towel, pretty much with nothing on, wants a foot massage, and then asks for other stuff, and just pretty much does totally inappropriate things. According to the podiatrist, the lady filed a suit in Guadalajara and got him fired pretty much with the accusations. Vergara fired him, so he's gone from Chivas. Just a whole bunch of scandals. Chivas doing terribly as well. I don't know, but I think they're close to descending to Primera A. So just a bad season. Then all this talk recently about Chivas going for Uribe Peralta. Now that would be a good signing. Of course, they have the Nigres, they have all these young players. Back in the day when I first started watching Chivas, they seemed to always have these Chivas grown players that were young but they were really good. They had Omar Bravo, Alberto Medina, these players, and Bofo, and some players that came from other places. Of course, Chivas is an all-Mexican team. They don't have non-Mexican players, foreigners on their team. That's their policy. It's the only Mexican team that does that. So they're sort of maybe at an disadvantage. But they've always done good. They even won a championship when Bofo was playing back where they had a pretty solid team. Now, I don't think the young players are playing up to task. The other players like Benigres haven't been playing very well. Oribe Peralta has been playing so good that a signing of him would have been excellent. But guess who comes in and swoops him away? America. So America has signed Oribe Peralta from Santos. So we'll see what goes on there. And of course, America has Raul Jimenez, which has been doing really good as well. And maybe after the World Cup, if he continues to do good, he gets signed to go to Europe somewhere. So Chivas is in a bad spot. I like Chivas. I'm initially a Pumas fan, but I like Chivas. I like their attacking style of play. I loved when Bofo and Chivas played Boca Juniors in Argentina in that one Copa Libertadores game, and got them all riled up. Bofo did some foolishness and almost got beat up over there. It was just hilarious, and they won that game. The Chivas back in the day was awesome. Right now, they're really low, and I think Vergara's to fault for a lot of it. Not really a big fan of him, and just his lack of football intellect. See, the guy is just a moneymaker, a commercialized guy. This whole Chivas USA was ridiculous. Now it's failing. He has Saprissa from Costa Rica. I don't know how that's going, but who cares? So Chivas, yeah, I think going downhill. America, the arch rival of Chivas, not doing too well either, but better. They've won a championship recently. They've made it to Liguilla at least. So things going okay. Stole Oribe from Chivas. Now let's see who Chivas. Now Chivas talking about Angel Reyna, signing him, who hasn't really been lighting it up too much. He's not going to the World Cup. So we'll see what goes on. Topic of the day, Chivas. We'll talk to you guys next week. Maybe if there's no more good news or bad news or whatever kind of soccer news going on. We'll see what we can come up with. So, as always, feel free to follow me or see what's up on Twitter. My handle's at Beto_ATX. See you guys later.